Okay, next up we have multiplying exponential expressions. So first we're going to derive the formula for it, and then we're going to do lots of examples. The way that I'm going to show the formula for it is by doing an example using longhand. So suppose I have x squared times x cubed, and I want to figure out what that means. Well, x squared I could write as x times x, and x cubed I could write as x times x times x. And these are all being multiplied together. So if I first expand it out using the definition of exponential notation, so x squared means x times x, and x cubed means x times x times x, because remember, the exponent tells you the number of times that you're multiplying the base. So multiply it twice, and then multiply it 3 more times. Then I can recombine all of these using, again, the definition, which says, look at how many times you're multiplying it. I'm multiplying it 5 times. And so the exponent must be a 5. Okay, let's do one more example. Y to the third times y to the fifth. Okay, so y to the third is y, and y to the fifth is y, y. And if I count all these up, I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, for a grand total of y to the 8th power. And so you can imagine now, what if I said I've got x to the a times x to the b, where a and b could be any number under the sun. Well, whatever a is, I'm going to write it down that many times, and whatever b is, I'm going to write it down that many times, and then I'm going to count how many I have. So what I'm essentially just doing is I'm adding up the number here and the number here, because I'm counting them. I'm adding up the number here and the number here. So if I have a of them here and b of them here, and I add them all together, I'm just going to add whatever number here and whatever number here together. So I'm going to get x to the a plus b. And so this is the formula that you should copy down and memorize immediately, but it is not really like memorizing, because it should make sense. Based on these two examples, it should make sense. X to the a times x to the b equals x to the a plus b. So in order for this to work, both the bases have to be the same. They both have to be whatever they are. They could be x, they could be y, they could be z, they could be numbers, etc. But they have to be the same. And then you're going to add the two exponents together. Okay, let's do some examples. X cubed times x to the 8th. Okay, the bases match up, so I'm going to add the exponents, and I'm going to get x to the 11th. How about a to the 4th times a to the 12th? The bases match up, so I'm going to add the exponents, and I'm going to get a to the 16th. How about x to the 3rd times y to the 5th? Okay, here the bases do not match up. Here I have x, here I have y, so I can't combine these. It's already in simplest form. There's no way you can reduce this. What about b to the 4th times b? Okay, well, b without anything shown is automatically to the 1st power. So when I add these two together, I have b to the 5th. So remember, b to the 4th means I'm multiplying b by itself 4 times. And then if I multiply by b again, I've now multiplied b by itself 5 times. Let's do very last example. Smiley face to the 3rd power times smiley face to the 7th power. Okay, smiley face to the 3rd power means smiley times smiley times smiley. And then I do that 7 more times, so the grand total I'm going to have is smiley face to the 10th power. So it doesn't matter what's inside of the base, as long as the base is the same in both cases, you add the exponents. I mean, you might have done this before with numbers, like 3 to the 5th times 3 to the 8th is 3 to the 13th. Something like that you can do. Whether it's a number or a variable or a smiley face or the word awesome, let's do that. The word awesome squared times the word awesome to the 4th power equals the word awesome to the 6th power. So you could put anything you want in there. That's really important that you understand. It can even be more complex stuff. Words, smiley faces, variables, numbers, letters, etc. If they match up perfectly, then you just add the exponents. Okay, that's pretty much it for multiplying exponential expressions, and we're going to move on to something new next.